A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, I, Neha Arora Chawla, on behalf of Geetharathan International Business School, welcome you all to EPD workshop on managing and sustaining emotions, motivation and energy at work. Geetharathan International Business School was established in the year 2004. It is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, Delhi, and is approved by All India Council for Technical Education, Ministry of HRD, Government of India for Technical Courses, and Bar Council of India for Law Courses. The institute is accredited as Category A by NAC and is assessed as Category A+ by State Fee Regulatory Committee, a fee committee of Government of NCT of Delhi, and rated highest rating A by Joint Inspection Committee of Government of NCT of Delhi and GGS IP University. The institute has been rated Grade A by Academic Audit Cell of GGS IP University consecutively for past 5 years. GIPS has also been rated number 2 by Times B School Survey 2018-19. The institute conducts postgraduate courses of MBA, MBA International Business, MCA Integrated, and undergraduate courses of BBA, BBA Law, and BA LLB. Positive emotions in the workplace help employees obtain favorable outcomes, including achievement, job enrichment, and higher quality social context. The ability to effectively deal with emotions and emotional information in the workplace assists students in managing occupational stress and maintaining psychological well-being. This indicates that stress reduction and health protection could be achieved not only by decreasing work demands, that is, stressors, but also by increasing the personal resources of students, including emotional intelligence. Keeping above aspects in mind, the workshop is organized to lead students or futuristic professionals for improving their ability to deal more effectively with their feelings and thus directly decrease the level of job stress and indirectly protect their health. To help us coping with such emotional challenges, I feel immense honor in inviting our guest for the day, Ms. Madhu Sharma. She is a specialist in the area of soft skill training, career counseling, service quality audits, competency mapping, and psychometric assessments. Ms. Madhu holds a cumulative experience of 30 years in research, teaching, training, and psychometric testing, and till date has conducted 6,800 workshops, having trained 160,000 heads. Ma'am is the former HOD trainer for PVR Limited, reporting to Director HR. She established the training department and conducted training in soft skills and customer service at 25 sites in different regions where units were located. Ma'am is empaneled trainer for IMA and NHRD. She conducted sessions for RBI, BIRAC BRAC, DRDO, DGH, TRL Kasauki, EIL, GMRC, HPCL, Nippo Glass, GAIL, NRL, GIMT, GMR, etc. She conducted open house programs for women professionals from leading public and private sector units on soft skills. The other modules were balancing work and home, gender sensitivity and sexual harassment at Workplace Act 2013, effectiveness for women professionals, visioning planning for career. Ma'am has also been mentoring the MD and CEO and doing organizational development for a leading IT company with global visibility in Delhi NCR and also helped to create a vision and mission statement for them. Ma'am has also conducted an FDP for faculties of YMCA University Faridabad. Ma'am has trained all the women constables, head constables, inspectors, SI and ASI of Delhi Police manning the women help desk in all police stations in Delhi on communication skills, public dealing, and gender sensitivity and sexual harassments at workplace. We are fortunate to have you here, ma'am. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Neha. Thank you for your kind words. Very good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible to all my students here? Am I audible?
They can just reply by chat. So there is no chat in the chat box.
There's no chat
Yeah.
option, but
Yeah, there is chat
is
option.
the
Yes, so there is no
there is
message.
a chat option?
Yeah, there is no problem as such, so that's why there is no message that they can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is the only way to communicate with them is through the chat.
Yeah. Otherwise, if they want to speak to you, we can let them enter into a room and they can speak to you also.
I'd like to interact with one or two participants, maybe if it's possible, see their faces also and ask for their expectations before I start with the session.
Okay, I just read it for you when they put it up in the chat box. So students, you are required to please, write down your expectations from the session in the chat box so that I can read it for ma'am.
Maybe 2-3 students can randomly mention and specify what exactly are they looking for in this webinar, and then I shall be spelling out my objectives.
Right.
Have you got any, Neha?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarthak Arora.
Yeah, what does
you
he
can
say?
write? Yes, you can write in the chat box, Sarthak. He has just raised hand. So please, Sarthak, write in the chat box.
Maybe he could just mention the keyword and we move ahead with that.
Right.
No need for a complete sentence.
Please, guys, quickly write up few keywords.
We are racing against time, actually.
Yeah. Please, students, try and understand. Or maybe we can begin with the session and
Okay, I guess I'll begin with it, and in case they have any queries, they can keep knocking, and I'll be taking the queries at the end of the session.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the two things which are very, very important, because of the paradigm shift which has taken place, a lot of pressures have started coming on us. This paradigm shift actually started with globalization decades back, followed up by the recession. And because of these changes, what was happening was that once the students were finishing with their graduations and post-graduations, with just the click of the mouse, they were able to explore employment opportunities across the globe. So that was one. And in the recession, there were a lot of downsizing which was taking place, a lot of job cuts which were happening. And then there was a recoup a bit. And in the 21st century, again, there was a change of requirements which was happening. Initially, in the initial years, say, for example, in the 20th century, the change was constant to the extent that very big visible changes were not happening at a very fast pace. So one could say कि 10 साल पहले ऐसा हुआ था, then came a statement 5 साल पहले ऐसा हुआ था, then a statement 1 साल पहले हुआ था. Now on a daily basis, changes are taking place. Now we also been hit upon by the pandemic. And with this, many more challenges have come to us. Earlier, the requirement was that the profile which a person was looking at for business was something where intellectual capacities had to be extremely high. That means the IQ had to be high. Over a period of time, when cross-cultural communication was happening, when there were opportunities where you were working with people from different states, different countries, so the cultures mattered, the social norms mattered, the etiquette mattered, the mannerisms mattered. But at the same time, adjusting to the requirement of each other was becoming even more important. And as you are aware, all of us are different in our thought process. We don't think the same way. And there's a reason for it. Because We come from different backgrounds, different educational qualifications are there, different exposure, different environment, different experience, differentiated with each other through genes of thousands of years, and also the fact that we don't think same. That's because we were born and brought up with different social and cultural values. But the challenge comes when we get an opportunity to work outside for our livelihood, that is our bread and butter, and we come across with people with different mindsets. So here, what is important is that leaving our ego behind, we must align our thought process with the others. And the same happens with a girl. When she's staying in a family for almost 2 decades plus, and suddenly she decides to move to the other family once she gets married. Now, you cannot expect people to change for you. You will have to make a lot of adjustments. So when all these things were happening, pressures were mounting up for jobs, global exchange programs for teams was taking place. I'm even training in companies, in multinationals, where the team is an Indian team, but they are reporting to an American manager. So the expectation of an American manager is very different from that of an Indian manager. The professionalism of Americans is very different from that of Indians, because we Indians, we have a tendency sometimes where we bring in our personal priorities, and we are not very, very particular about the professional promises which we have made. So with all these changes happening, there was sudden realization that EQ is equally important. EQ is emotional quotient. If you are brilliant in your academics, if you've got a very good job, and you are holding a very good position also, that does not mean that you are very successful in your career, because if there is an imbalance with the emotional quotient, that means a person may be short-tempered, may be getting angry, may be getting irritated, may feel humiliated when a constructive feedback has been shared by the senior. So these are the areas when a person is not balanced, there the productivity comes down. So now the thrust is more on empowering not only the students and the corporates. And I'm fortunate that way that I have a bandwidth with not only the corporates where I'm training up to the topmost level, but I am even having a space with the university segment. And the same kind of module has to also go down to the school segment, where you will have to ensure that the teachers are teaching these things. And if you see the new educational policy, in the new education policy of 2020, there is a lot of swapping which is taking place, where interdisciplinary approach is there. If I have to teach mathematics, I should also, as a teacher, be very creative enough to pick up a social issue and connect with it. So that while the students are growing up, they are not only growing up with academic excellence, but they are also growing up with life skill education. So coming back to the module, why your institute has decided to have this as part of the PD workshop, because academically you are doing brilliant. Academically, your teachers, your professors are also putting in a lot of effort, and the institute is also spending a lot of resources on you. And why this is important as an interaction with me, because I'm here to share my experiences with you. So when we talk of an attitude is of two types. One is a positive attitude, the other is a negative attitude. All of us say and claim that we are positive in our approach, we think positive, we have positive emotions, etc. But then there are instances in life, both on the personal front and when you will be joining your professional front, when things will not happen the way you want them to happen. So there could be an element of negativity in the environment. There could be an element of negativity which you may experience when you are dealing with your colleagues, when you are dealing with your bosses, when you're dealing with your peers, when you're dealing with your subordinates, your stakeholders, your vendors, your contractors. And not everyone from your institute is going to take up a job. Some of you may have to start with your startups. Some of you may join your dad's traditional business. So these skills are important even there, because while you are having your own startup, while you are having your own business, there also you would be meeting your clients, you would be meeting the other stakeholders who are partners with you in the business. So this skill is equally important. The question is, when the situation is not congenial, up to the mark, do you still remain positive? Forget about doing a bad thing for anyone. Even the very thought which we bring to our mind, that tomorrow I'm going to teach this person a lesson. You see, there is a negative element which has started coming in your thought process. Now, this negative element, you've not taken an action yet. It's just a thought which you have planted here. This negative element makes sure that there is a chemical which starts generating in your body. This chemical is called adrenaline. Adrenaline is a chemical which promotes stress in our body. And it doesn't stop here. This chemical makes sure that it triggers off another bullet in your brain, khatak. And there's another chemical which starts generating, which is called cortisol. I don't want you to remember too much of science, but you just remember two things. One is the word adrenaline, and the other is the word cortisol. And you have to make sure that with effect from today, especially after my webinar, you will go all out of your way to throw these two chemicals out of your system. Because it is very important not to keep these two chemicals in our system, because they will only give us stress in life. And it will only spoil our interpersonal relationships with the other person. It will only make sure that our productivity goes down. It will only make sure that we are not able to focus. We are not able to give 100% to any task. And this chemical will also make sure that if you've had a conflict with someone, your ego will come in between and you will not take an initiative to even improve the relationship, because ego plays a very, very important role. So we have to make sure that this doesn't come into our system. Now, first, let's try to understand what happens when it comes in our system. When it comes in our system, our mind starts becoming agitated. It's wandering here and it's wandering there. There are too many cluttered thoughts which are coming. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts, thoughts which make us sad, thoughts which make us upset, thoughts which make us go through the humiliation, thoughts which don't allow us to focus. And these thoughts are such that they will not let us move ahead in life. So one thing what you have to be absolutely clear is that you have to make sure that your mind is not agitated. And when the mind is agitated, there's a beautiful story which I'd like to tell you over here, because at one point of time, I was also a very, very short-tempered person. I did not have control over myself. And this was the story which changed my life. So when you have positive attitude, your emotions are positive because your thoughts are positive. And because of your thoughts and emotions being positive, your actions are positive. And it's the other way around. When you are in a negative frame of mind, your emotions are negative, your thoughts are negative, and your actions are destructive. They are not constructive at all. So this is the story of Viktor Frankl, who was a war prisoner during Nazi Germany. You know, those were the days during the World War when the wars were taking place for a duration of 2 years, 3 years plus, and when prisoner of wars were taking shape, and they were put in the concentration camp in Auschwitz and all in Germany. So they were kept in pathetic, unhygienic conditions for long durations of time. I mean, there's a whole lot of documentaries which are available on Netflix. So if you're interested, you can just Google concentration camps in Germany during the World War, and you will see the documentaries for 1 hour, 2 hours, and you must see that what kind of mindset people had, that they were so destructive that thousands of people were stacked in one room, one over the other in piles, in a place which could have accommodated only 50 people, and thousands.
Just a moment, ma'am. Your camera is not working, I think. If you can check.
My camera is not working.
Yeah, you're not visible.
How? Is it there?
Yet, ma'am.
It's visible now?
No, not yet, ma'am. No, still black screen.
Neha, is it okay? Can you see me now?
No, ma'am, I can't see you. Still can't see you.
Do I log in again?
Yeah, I'll still be there in the room if you can, yeah, try once.
Let me just try again.
Yes, sure.
See, it's on from here. I don't know.
Yeah. But earlier also it happened, but it got fixed.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay?
No, ma'am. Because, yeah, I am there, but your screen is blank.
It's
Yeah.
there.
Yes, now it's there. Now it's there.
It was there earlier also. I don't know why it
I
was
don't-
not showing, because it was switched on from here. Anyways,
So sorry, ma'am. Okay,
no, that's
you can
okay.
continue. Yeah.
That's okay. So I was telling you about the story of Viktor Frankl and how this changed my life. So Viktor Frankl was kept in a small cell which was big enough to accommodate him, where he could either stand or he could sit, because there was not enough space for him to even lie down. So you can imagine the plight of a prisoner of war who has been kept there for a very long duration, and yet the basic facility of even a sleep for 4 to 5 hours is not available. There was no loo, so the cell was being used for his natural calls, and the jailer was such a sadistic person that he seldom got the cell cleaned. So it was in a pathetic, unhygienic condition. And his food was slipped there. But the thing was, whenever the jailer came to look him up, he thought Victor would complain. But he always found Victor smiling, and this disturbed the jailer. He used to feel that how can a person be so happy in such pathetic and unhygienic condition and yet not complain? So one day he tried to test him further, and he put him in chains from top to toe, because now if he was standing, he was either standing, or if he was sitting, then he could not stand up. And he thought, next day, let me come and see what's his reaction. So next day when he came, Victor was again smiling. So he could not stop himself, and he asked a question. How can you be happy in a situation like this? So Victor said two things. He says, number one, while you are making sure that you can put me under pressure and put me under trouble as far as my physicality is concerned, I am introspecting and I'm thinking that if I enhance my endurance capacity and if I become mentally strong, then perhaps I may not experience the pain at all. And if I'm not experiencing the pain and I'm calm-headed, then I'm happy. So I'm doing that experiment, because since the time I have been in the prison, I have come to realize two things. Number one, please note down this if you have your slip pads. Number one, if I have to stay in jail, I have to stay in jail. There are no two ways about it. I will have to stay till the time the war continues and till the time the German Hitler decides to keep me in this. So I cannot change my situation at all. And the second thing is, you are such a sadistic person. Even if I will try to convince you to make my life not so difficult, you will not change your thought process. You will do the things which you feel are right. So in that case, my two learnings in jail is, I cannot change my situation. I cannot change your thinking. And that's exactly what happens with us in life. When we are dealing with difficult people, we can't change their mindset. And when we are dealing in difficult situations, we can't change the situations. But what we can do is, we can take the responsibility on ourselves not to react. Now, this is something very important. Come back to the initial part of my webinar, where I told you that when we are negative, our attitude, our emotions are negative, our thoughts are negative, and our actions are negative. So if I have to say that I'm not happy in a situation, then I react. For example, there are two brothers. You must have experienced the same thing. Two brothers at home, one is 7-year-old and the other is 2-year-old. They are both playing with a car, and suddenly the elder brother, he takes the car from the younger brother and runs in another room. Now, what does the younger brother do? He starts shouting. But then when he realizes that mommy and papa are not coming up once he's shouting, so he starts howling, crying loudly. And still when there is no reaction, so then he starts rolling on the floor, creating a big tantrum apart from shouting. Now what happens? Mother is busy in the kitchen, and when he goes to the father to complain about the elder brother, the father is busy in his office work. But seeing such a tantrum, he also loses his cool. He also reacts. And how does he react? He goes to his elder son snatches the toy from him, gives him a tight slap, and gives it to the younger child. Now, my question is, this younger child who is 2-year-old or 3-year-old, who taught him to react? Mother never taught him to react. Father never taught him to react. But it was natural reaction for him that he had to shout, scream, make sure that the elder one gets bashed up and he gets his car back. Now, this is reaction. And the father, because he's perhaps not been trained in EQ, so he also got up in anger, bashed up the elder one, and gave the toy to the younger one. Now, this is reaction. Reaction is negative. And when the reaction is negative, the emotions are always negative. So let's start counting. What are the negative emotions? I wish I was in a physical class with you in an auditorium like I always did. So there could have been an activity, but my plight here is just 1 hour and I can't even see your face. So the negative emotions are anger, irritation, helplessness, worry, dissatisfaction, humiliation, insult, demotivation. All these are negative emotions. Insecurity. I can keep counting, and there are hundreds of negative emotions. And the end of the chain is self-pity. When you start playing the victim card, and when you start talking in philosophical terms, oh God, what is the fault? Why am I going through such things? So these are negative emotions. After the webinar, I want you to prepare a list of negative emotions which each one of you are having. Because see, by just attending a webinar, don't think that things are over. I'm coming before you with a tray which has a lot of skills in it, and you have to make an effort to pick and choose the skills which you like and start applying it on your life. Likewise, the happy emotions are when your mind is calm, when you are satisfied, when you are contented, when you are fulfilled, when you are enthusiastic, when you are confident, when you are energetic. If you are negative, then you are lethargic. Then you are creative, you are innovative. So these are the positive emotions. And as a professional, as a person, I must always remain in a positive frame. But it doesn't happen this way. We do have our set of negative emotions which we display when we are under stress, when the mind is agitated, attitude is negative, emotions are negative. So this is how it is. So now coming back to Victor, Victor says that whenever the mind is agitated, the adrenaline is high, the cortisol is high, and the body is getting the commands from the brain because there is cortisol who is saying, now you get angry, now you get upset, now you start crying, etc., etc. So the body starts reacting. But whenever you are getting a trigger, and whenever your mind is agitated and is about to give a reaction, there is a nanospace, maybe fraction of a second. That is the time each one of us has to take a decision whether we remain positive or we remain negative. So if we have decided that we will remain negative, then we will react. But if we have decided to remain positive, then we will respond. So it is important for each one of us to be in the response mode and not be in the reaction mode. Because if we are in the reaction mode, we spoil the relationship with our colleagues, we spoil the relationship at home, and there are two problems with us which we don't have the skills. Number one, we have not been trained to take the initiative to resolve an issue. हमको लगता है कि अगर हम जाके दोस्ती करेंगे या बात को संभालेंगे तो लोग सोचेंगे कि हम वीक हैं और हमको और दबाने की कोशिश करेंगे, विच इज वेरी रॉन्ग. और दूसरी चीज जो हमारे अंदर है वो है कि हम किसी को सॉरी नहीं बोल सकते हैं. वी कैन नॉट से अ सॉरी टू एनीवन. व्हाई कांट वी से अ सॉरी? Again, because of the ego which is coming in, which is not allowing us to say a sorry. Students, just remember one thing. In relationships which matter the most to you on your personal front, be it your relatives, be it your friends, let not the ego come in between. And similarly, in a professional setup, when you are working, make sure that ego is not coming in. There are two things which are very important in life. One is that when you decide to step out of the house to work, there is no place for the ego. आप में से बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे होंगे जो मेरे जैसे कंसल्टेंट भी बनेंगे. और कंसल्टेंट जब हम बनते हैं, when you work for your own self, when you have your own startup, when you have your own business, you should have no hesitation in your personality in asking for work, because ego has to be kept at the backyard. This was the first tip which was given to me by a very senior person, because I used to hesitate in asking for work. So when you become a consultant, you should not have your ego at all. And second thing what you need to remember is, when you step out of the house to work, whether you work for yourself or you work for others, आपको दूसरे की बात को सुनना पड़ेगा. That's the reality. When I was heading PVR, I was on board as a learning head for 4 years. And one fine day, I get a brilliant idea that I'm not going to report to anyone. I want to be the master of time. And at that point of time, I took a call of becoming a consultant. Believe me, I was wrong, because right now it's COVID times. But earlier, when the travel was also not banned and everything was open, if my client expected me to do a session in Wardha and come back the same day, because all companies in a post-recession scenario are in the cost-cutting mode. So they don't want to pay for my hotel. So they put me on a flight at 6 o'clock for Nagpur. 6 o'clock flight means that in peak winters, December, my pickup is going to be at 3 a.m. when there's a lot of fog and it's extremely cold, and I'm moving towards the airport. I reach Nagpur at 7:30, and there a cab is waiting along with the manager who's taking me to Wardha, which is a drive of 2 hours. I reach there by 9:30, 10. I don't even get time to stretch my legs or have a cup of coffee, because I'm sent immediately in the boardroom where the participants are waiting. And I'm told कि आपकी कॉफी वहीं आ जाएगी. And उसके बाद, once the session gets over, we have to race back for 2. It's now the drive time is not 2 hours, because early morning when I was going, there was no traffic. Now there's traffic, so the driving time becomes 3.5 hours. I barely reach on time, and I don't even have time to walk into a cafe at the airport and pick up something to munch. And I'm straight away boarding the flight, and I reach home at 12 o'clock. Now, that's the kind of life you have when you are working. And you can't say anything, because that's the choice you have made. If I have made a choice like this, I can't blame the people who are giving me the work that why you are putting me to so much of inconvenience. They'll say, "ठीक है, thank you very much." But that's how the world works. So to say that I will do what I feel like is what is not happening at all, even as a consultant, because you have to listen to what your clients are saying, and you have to pay attention to that. And also you must have adequate resources at your disposal to continue. Say, for example, this webinar. It's Webinar Jam is not working on MacBook. It's taking a long time to connect on HP. But I am connected to you through my iPhone. Maybe if I would not have had these resources, I would not have been in a position to connect. And maybe my generation, who was not tech savvy, we never had computers when we were in school. So the computer skills were not given. So if these computer skills were not given, probably during this pandemic, when I'm conducting a webinar right now, I would have been making chai and pakoda for the entire family. So things have changed. So if things have changed, so we have to also change. So now the activity which you have to do is, Neha ma'am, I want you to be very careful.
Yes, ma'am.
Neha ma'am, I want you to take this as a thing where the children are doing it.
Your voice has gone, ma'am. Network issue. I can't hear you as well as see you. Can't see you, can't hear you, ma'am. If you can try to rejoin. Just a moment, guys. We will shortly reconnect. Yeah, ma'am is here.
Yeah, I don't know why this connection is breaking. Because
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sitting bang in front. I've got two Wi-Fi's in my house. So there's
Sometimes maybe with the phone it is creating problem.
no, but it's a very, very sensitive phone. Anyways. So your homework is that you have to list down 5 positive emotions which you have. And I want you to also make a note of at least 10 negative emotions ruthlessly if you have. Because now the challenge is that you have to first identify the negativity which is there inside you, which is coming in the way of your interaction with others. And once you have identified the negativities, then it becomes very, very important for you to make sure that one by one, you are removing it from your personality. I remember, like I mentioned, that I was a very short-tempered person. So that was the time when I used to come back from work. There was so much pressure at work, and I was the kind who had to do a lot of work at home also. Things have now changed, because those days I used to connect my personal identity with my professional identity. So there was a lot of pressure. And the end result was that the kids used to get bashed up when I could not control my anger. So one day, my daughter, who's now married, she very sweetly sat on my lap. She was around 4 years of that age, that point. And she asked me, she says, कि ममा जो चीज मार के बताते हो प्यार से क्यों नहीं बता सकते हो? She showed me a mirror. And in that mirror, she showed me that, Mama, why do you get angry? So I also started asking myself, why do I get angry? When I was introspecting, I found I had 3 flaws. One, I was not a good time manager. I was either ahead of time or I was behind schedule. My second problem was I could not control my negative emotions. So if I could not control my negative emotions, I thought, Madhu, let's start counting how many negative emotions you have. You will not believe I had 11 negative emotions in me. And that's a very, very major problem with me. 11 negative emotions. I used to get angry, I used to get irritated, I used to feel jealous, and there was no end to it. And the last thing which I used to do was, when I felt very helpless, I used to sit and cry and play the victim card. And the third problem which I had was, as a professional, I could not balance my personal and my professional life. Believe me, it took me 10 years to overcome this. And today, when I'm doing programs for women and when I'm a gender specialist, the first thing I tell my participants is please don't merge the two identities. I'm not suggesting at any point of time that you should be shirking your responsibilities at home. I'm not suggesting that at all. But what I'm saying is, the moment you want to be perfect at both the places, believe me, it's just not possible. And in the pandemic, a very new avenue has opened up for us. It has given us an insight that girls need not take a break even after getting married or when they raise their family, because there is a probability of work from home option. But then work from home option is also not easy. For the last 2 days, I've been having webinars from 9:30 to 5:30. That means I must have a space in my house where I'm sitting uninterrupted and no member of the family is bothering me or making noise or even putting pressure on me to heat the food and give it, because I'm also getting just half an hour for my lunch break. Now, this is a change which is coming. Now, for this kind of a change to come, it cannot happen overnight, but what is important is the mindset has to change. So if the mindset has to change, the mindset has to change of the boys. Because now we are in a very, very different time. So you have to start thinking on those lines. Would you like to complete the cycle of 10 years like me? Because there was nobody to guide me. Or would you like to listen to what I'm saying and start applying in your daily life and cut short the circle? Let's also do a bit of self-awareness. That's the first life skill. What happens when we nurse the negative emotions? You see, when you are high on negativity, there is a tendency that you will shout, you will fight with someone, you will cry, you will not have your food.
Hello, ma'am, connection issue. Hello. Madhu, ma'am, hello. Madhu, ma'am, we can't hear you and see you again. Hello, ma'am.
Neha, hello.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible now.
And I'm visible also because my camera is on.
Yeah, maybe, ma'am. It goes off. Right now you're not visible. Maybe we can start with the audio only, and maybe it will.
I don't know what kind of platform, because yesterday in WebEx we continued for 6-7 hours without any interruption.
In the webinar jam, it has not happened before. I don't know why it
I
is.
don't know why it's happening, because you see the router is also here, the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is also here. Anyways,
Yes, ma'am.
can you see me now?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
No, you're audible only, ma'am. Mhm.
Anyways, they've seen my face, so might as well continue rather than losing time on it.
Now you're coming visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where was I? Where did we break the connection?
Mm-hmm.
So I was narrating about the fact ki, what kind of impact it has on us as a person. So in self-awareness, when the negative emotions are there, this is the behavior which is there when we shout, when we scream, we don't eat food, we cry, we lock ourselves in the room, we go out for a walk. Some may listen to the music, some may start talking to the friends, some may start smoking, some may start having a lot of coffee and tea. Some people may just open up a packet of Haldiram Namkeen and keep munching it till the time it's not over. So that's a behavior change which takes place when the negativity is there on us. Then we see that how it impacts us physiologically. Physiologically, there are 13 points in the body where you experience the pain. You experience the pain here, you experience the pain on your temple, you experience the pain here, center of the head, nape of the neck, shoulders, legs, back. So there are 14 points in the body where you experience the pain. So while you are shouting as part of your behavior, and if you start breathing very fast, some of the people, even young students, have that kind of symptoms. So please control it, because it's a sign of moving towards hypertension, that's high BP. For some, the face becomes absolutely red when they are angry, and the ears also become red. So that's also a sign for hypertension. Some people do feel the heaviness in the chest. That's an indication for angina. Some people, they are restless at night. They don't feel like sleeping. नींद नहीं आती है, बेचैन रहते हैं. So then they are moving towards insomnia. Some people start burping, or they get a burning sensation in their tummy. So that's a sign for acidity. So, and we have not even got our sugar levels tested, because stress also makes sure that the sugar levels in the body increases. And there are two new diseases which have come to us as a gift in 21st century, and that's Alzheimer and dementia. So what generally happens is that when you are under stress and all, your brain cells, they start getting impacted. Also the fact that till the time you are a student, there are two kinds of activities which go in the brain. One is of cell development, the other is of cell destruction. So till the time you are studying, till the time you are doing a new thing every day, so the brain's cells are increasing in number faster. But simultaneously, the decrease of brain cells are also taking place, because the destruction is taking place. Once you start doing your own work, once you start doing your own job, and you end up doing a repetitive job where you are not even learning a new thing every day, the process of cell formation slows down, but the destruction remains the same. And this is how the degeneration of the brain starts. And suppose people who are under a lot of stress, and people who work against targets, like the people in finance, the people in marketing, and most of you would be taking those kind of professions also. And today even HR is not spared. So in that case, what happens is, if you are diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer at the age of 45, actually it did not start at the age of 45, it started 20 years ago. The brain takes 20 years to degenerate into this form of an ailment. So the process would have started somewhere around 25, 30. So one has to be absolutely careful of all this, because you see now we are reaching a stage where age is not there at all. कई बार तो youngsters को भी बोल देते हैं कि उनको हाई बीपी हो गया है, वो सोए के सोए रह गए हैं, वो दौड़ने गए थे, गिर गए. My friend's son went for a jog and he just had a fall and he collapsed. So one has to be absolutely careful of this, because these are the impact of physiological thing. Sociologically, what happens is the relationship becomes tarnished. Relationship खराब हो जाता है. So we don't even take an initiative to resolve or say sorry. And emotionally, we are burdened with negative emotions. Now imagine if you start working, if you start coming for your exam, where you've had a behavioral problem, where you've had a headache, where if you fought with someone, your relationship has got spoiled, and you are high on negative emotions, will you be able to write your exam well? Even after preparation, you may miss out on 1 or 2 points, and that may impact your division. And similarly, it impacts the productivity in the house, because when we carry the baggage of negative emotions to the workplace, then the productivity gets hampered. So what do the organizations want today? Organizations want you to be high on energy, high on enthusiasm, very high on creativity. You have to have out of the box thinking. You should be in a position to volunteer yourself for tasks for which you are not even getting paid. When you talk of a responsibility in the corporate sector, it is of 3 types. One is a responsibility which comes with the job for which you are getting paid. The second kind of responsibility is voluntary. When you see your bosses in deep trouble because of resource crunch or human resource crunch, will you be waiting for an invitation from your senior side, okay, please come and do this task? Or will you walk up to his ring and volunteer your services and say, sir, don't worry, I'm there. We'll finish the task as has been planned by the department. When you make a statement like this, and when you volunteer yourself, believe me, there are 2 things which are going to be at a disadvantage against you. One is that you will have to give the organization extra time, and that time is coming from your me time and your family time. The second thing is, if you're doing an extra task, you will not get paid extra. So if you're not getting paid extra and you're giving your time, some people have this tendency of saying, मैं क्यों volunteer करूं, किसी और को ले लेंगे. But here, if you are a thorough professional, your professionalism is put to test, where you are proving your professional credibility and you are giving the impression to your seniors that you can be depended upon. And if you can win the trust of your seniors, there's nothing which is going to stop you from scaling the heights of success, because we want people in the industry who are proactive, who volunteer themselves, who take the initiative without being coaxed, without being forced. And the third kind of responsibility is involuntary. Involuntary is whether you like it or you don't like it. Extra work is going to be put on your shoulders by the organization where you are working. Now, if you are positive by nature, then you will pat your back. Well done. You've done a great job. And perhaps the seniors and the management feel that you are capable of handling this also. That's why they have sought your help. So if you're giving yourself a positive stroke, your emotions are positive, and in excitement with energy, you will finish the task well before time as expected. But if you are feeding a negative thought, क्या है जब देखो मुझे ही फंसा देते हैं, उसको काम नहीं देते हैं, so you will get burdened with these negative thoughts. अब आप चाहे रो के काम करो, चाहे आप गुस्सा होके काम करो, काम तो आपको करना पड़ेगा. और जब आप रो रहे हो, और आप जब गुस्सा हो रहे हो, जब आप नाराज हो रहे हो, जब आप चिड़चिड़े हो रहे हो, और आप जेलस फील कर रहे हो कि आपके कलीग को क्यों नहीं दिया है, आपको दिया है, किसी को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, किसी को कोई नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है, it's your health which is getting impacted, because suddenly adrenaline and cortisol have started functioning in your system. Now, what should we do to remove this? Now that we've understood negativity hai, ye hai, wo hai, what should we do? I will give you simple tips, very easy tips, which you must follow. And Stephen Covey says that to bring in a new habit along with your existing habits and bad habits, it's very difficult to squeeze in the new habit. So if it's difficult to squeeze in the new habit, you will have to walk an extra mile and continue this habit for 21 days. Third day, fourth day, you will not feel like doing this because right now you may be motivated. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, you will not feel like doing it. That's the time you will have to push yourself. And if you continue for 21 days, you will see the visible results coming and then it becomes an addiction. So what should you do? Since you are youngsters, so there is no problem for you. You can jog for 30 minutes. Or you can do brisk walk for 40 minutes with intermittent jogging in it. You can do the cycling. You can do gymming. You can do exercising in the park. You can do yoga. So the beauty is that when you are putting in a physical activity of 30 to 40 minutes every day, it will take 2 days for your system to push the adrenaline out totally, though it will start immediately once you start putting in the activity, and happy hormones will start coming. So this way you will be cleaning your system of the poison. We call it toxins. So this toxin from your body physically will go after doing physical activity. Toxins from your body will also go once you have a balanced diet. You have to be absolutely conscious about your diet. Take very good breakfast at home, have very good lunch, but your dinner has to be absolutely light and you should have your dinner latest by 7:30. Why? Because nowadays there is also a fashion of people doing intermittent fast. So what is an intermittent fast? Intermittent fast is when you are not eating and you're resting your internal organs for 12 hours minimum. But advisable is 13 hours because 12 hours तक तो healing होती है अंदर cells की, 13th hour से impact शुरू होता है. So when you have finished your dinner at 7 and the next day at 9, around 8 you can have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and around 9 you can have your breakfast. So if you have a gap of 14 hours like this, your internal organs will become very strong, your digestive system will become very strong, your metabolism will improve drastically because you have given enough time to your cells at night to get healed. But if you are munching every hour, कुछ आप आधा घंटे में हर बार खा रहे हो, so your cells in the tummy have to do a lot of activity to digest it. So this is important, and please avoid junk food. And now with the pandemic around, even if your institution opens up, please make sure that you're carrying your own small little tiffin. And if you are feeling shy of carrying your tiffin, then you can carry some fruits. I know that outside your institute there is a hospital also and there is a fruit wala who stands. So अगर आप नहीं लेके आए हो तो कुछ नहीं है तो आप एक केला ही लेके खा लीजिए. It will not do any harm to you. Then comes the third kind of healing. The third kind of healing is healing of the mind. You have to remove toxins from your mind also. How do you do that? When I'm saying you have to improve the quality of your work life and you have to invest 40 minutes in physical activity. So when you are going for a jog in the morning, make sure that for 10 minutes you are sitting out in the balcony, or if you have a garden, or if you have an angan, or if you don't have any, then you can go to a park and do the deep breathing exercises. One way of doing deep breathing exercises is 4-3-8-3. Take a deep long breath in the count of 4, hold in the count of 3, exhale in the count of 8 by pulling your tummy in, and again count 3. So the count 3, which is coming 2 times, which will allow oxygen to go to your mind. तो यहाँ पे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा रिलैक्स लगेगा, बहुत ज़्यादा पीसफुल लगेगा, सुकून जिसको कहते हैं, बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. And if you can do pranayam, अनुलोम विलोम और भामरी जो आँख ऐसे कान बंद करके ऐसे करके सांस लेते हैं करते हैं, भामरी अगर आप करोगे तो जो एको साउंड आपके कान से माइंड में जाता है, उससे आपको गुस्सा भी आना कम होगा, यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, नींद बहुत अच्छी आएगी. And the fourth kind of toxin which you have to remove is very consciously. You will have to remove the negative thoughts. इसने ये नहीं किया, उसने वैसा नहीं किया, इसने ऐसा किया, ये बहुत खराब है, मुझे नंबर नहीं दिए. Remove all these negative thoughts. जितनी फाइल्स आपने माइंड में स्टोर करके रखी हैं, धीरे धीरे सबको डिलीट कीजिए and start your day with a positive affirmation. You must have a positive affirmation. I am so happy, I am so blessed that the day has come today. I will put in my best. I will speak to everyone in kind words. I will extend generosity to others. Imagine अगर आप एक अच्छा काम करते हैं, रोज एक अच्छा काम करते हैं, या शुरुआत में एक अच्छा काम करते हैं जिसको करने के बाद आपको भी खुशी मिली है और जिसके लिए आपने किया है उसको भी खुशी मिली है, तो दोनों खुश हो जाते हैं और फिर यू फील मोटिवेटेड टू डू दैट एक्शन अगेन. सो दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट द हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स इज ऑल अबाउट. आजकल जो हैप्पीनेस क्लासेस हो रही हैं, काइंड वर्ड्स, जनरोसिटी, so bring in all positive qualities inside you. Never speak a word which is a negative word. Never speak a sentence which is a negative sentence. Even if you are getting angry, control your anger for that moment of time and don't speak up. But when your temper is cool, then you can communicate the same thing to the other person, that with his or her behavior, you felt so upset about it. Because it's important. If I'm feeling unhappy, if I'm feeling insulted, rather than brooding myself, it's better I tell the other person कि आपकी इस बात से मुझे बहुत दुख हुआ, मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा, मुझे बहुत बेइज्जती लगी. ये बताना जरूरी होता है, क्योंकि अपने आप ब्रूड नहीं करना है, सल्क नहीं करना है, स्ट्रेस नहीं लेना है, बट बताने के लिए टाइमिंग का होना बहुत जरूरी है. So remember one thing, in communication, timing is very important. So please wait for the right timing and make sure that even when you are working after 1 year, 2 years, remember my words. While you are working, what kind of communication you should have with your colleagues is very important. And I think you can start with the practice from your college itself, from your institute itself. गॉसिप करने में बहुत मजा आता है, बड़ा बढ़िया टाइम पास होता है, बट गॉसिप क्यों करना है? किसी के कैरेक्टर असैसिनेशन क्यों करना है? आप बच्चे जब भी कॉलेज आओगे, आपका प्लेसमेंट जब ड्राइव होगा, तो अगर बातें ही करनी है तो आप एक एक टॉपिक पढ़ के आइए और वहां पे डिस्कशन कीजिए. तो डिस्कशन जब आप कर रहे हैं तो आपका इंटेलेक्चुअल स्टिमुलेशन भी हो रहा है. यू आर learning to communicate and express your thought process also, and it is unintentionally preparing you for a group discussion also, because it is not possible for me to read everything. तो अगर हमने अपने ग्रुप में बोल दिया एक बच्चा पॉलिटिक्स का पढ़ेगा, एक बच्चा सोशल इश्यूज पे पढ़ेगा, एक स्टॉक्स पे पढ़ेगा, हर कोई अलग अलग थीम पे पढ़ के आ रहे हैं, एंड देन वी आर शेयरिंग आवर व्यूज. सो इट इज holding hands with each other and moving ahead as a team and sharing the knowledge. So this is exactly what I wanted to share with you. I'm extremely sorry for the break of connection which was taking place. Now it's moving fine. So what we did today was that we tried to understand the two different types of attitudes. That's the positive and negative attitude. We tried to understand the positive and negative emotions. We also try to differentiate between reaction and response, and it is always the response with the right kind of timing which is important. We try to understand from self-awareness that when we nurture negative emotions, how it impacts our behavior, how it impacts our physiology and health, how it disrupts our social relationships, how we go into a frame of negativity, and the baggage of all this impacts us mentally. And then we also try to take up a few tips as to how do we push the adrenaline or the toxins out of our system. So one was physical activity, the other one was deep breathing, the third was following a balanced diet, and fourth one was feeding positive emotions, affirmations all the time, and feeding positive thoughts all the time. So with this, I close the webinar. I'm now ready to take a call for your questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. We have two questions. First is by Janvi Ahuja. She asks, in corporate world, how to work with full motivation and positive energy when there is so much negativity around us?
Just ask Janvi from my side, does she want to do a job or does she want to have a career? I need an answer for this. And does she have a vision
Okay.
for herself?
Okay. Janvi, if you can please communicate.
Can I hear her?
No,
Okay.
she'll be writing. Yeah.
If she's hearing me,
Yeah.
I think
She
I'll
can.
address it to all the students. You see, it's very important, and I'm very passionate about this, that are you going in for a professional course to get married? Or are you going in for a professional course because you want to do a job? So if you want to do a job, are you just wanting to do a job? Or do you have a career in mind? This is very important. Now, suppose I have done my MBA in finance and I've got a good job where I'm being paid a very handsome money also. तो क्या मैं वो सिर्फ तनख्वाह लेके खुश हूं कि मेरी एस्पिरेशन लाइफ में होगी कि मुझे CFO भी बनना है? That's what a career is all about. Today, if a placement takes place, and when I also sit on HR for selections, believe me, I don't select students who are coming to me for a job. Because if I select a student who's coming to me for a job, and there are tests and tools available today where you can make out कि ये नौकरी करने आ रहे हैं कि ये लंबा हमारे साथ चलने आ रहे हैं और ये कहाँ झूठ बोल रहे हैं कहाँ सच बोल रहे हैं. There are all psychometric assessments which are available, and then there are competency based questions which are there, because this is what my job is when I'm doing employability skills in IITs and NITs. So अगर आप जॉब के लिए आए हो तो कोई आपको 2,000 रुपया महीना भी ज्यादा देगा ना, you'll kick me and move ahead in life. I'm not saying that change is not the essence of life. You can change the job, but you cannot kick me and go if you have a career plan. So that way the attrition goes very high and the cost of recruitment goes very high because we've selected a wrong candidate. And with girls, what generally happens is that they are very highly motivated when they are studying, and the parents also expect a first division. They want them to come up with flying colors, take a good degree from a prestigious institute, and time pass के लिए work for 3-4 years, and this is till the time they don't find a good boy for the girl and they get married. And double standards ये भी है कि ससुराल वाले want the girl to be a professional, but at the same time they burden the girl with the household responsibilities, and that is where the pipeline leakages take place. जैसे एक पानी के पाइप में लीकेज होना शुरू होता है, वैसी लड़कियों के करियर में 4-5 साल के बाद पाइपलाइन लीकेजेस शुरू हो जाते हैं. So here the clarity has to be there, because if you are doing good in your career and you are empowered, economic independence is not empowerment. There are women who come and attend my programs who are drawing a salary of 2 lakhs, and believe me, they don't even have a credit card and a debit card because it's all with their in-laws or with their husbands. All they get is a pocket money. So I don't consider them empowered at all. Empowerment means when you have the control of life in your hands. If your bosses are wanting you to work on a particular project outside Delhi, do you have to take permissions from home to go, or you will pick up your bag and go? क्योंकि ये मुद्दा बार बार उठना नहीं चाहिए. एक बार अगर घर वालों ने बोल दिया है कि आपने काम करना है, तो ये डिस्कशन वहीं बंद हो जाता है कि जल्दी आ जाओ, लेट क्यों आ रहे हो, यहाँ नहीं जाना है, वहां नहीं जाना है, बिकॉज नौकरी में सारा कुछ करना पड़ता है। तो वहां पे अगर आपके स्पीड ब्रेकर्स लाइफ में आने लगेंगे तो कॉर्पोरेट कल्चर में आप कभी भी मोटिवेटेड नहीं रहोगे, बिकॉज यू मे हैव रिस्ट्रिक्शंस इन योर लाइफ, बट देन योर कलीग who may be a self-motivated person taking her own decisions may move ahead in the ladder, and that may be a cause of your demotivation. So you will have to be absolutely clear. And today, if I'm working or if anybody else is working, there has to be encouragement from the family members, and the family members will have to change their mindset. There are no two ways about it, and even the boys will have to change their mindset. Because if you want an educated lady who's going to work with you and share the expenses in the house, then like she's dreaming of your success, you also have to encourage her and dream for her success. This is very important. तो यहाँ पे आपके पास clarity होनी चाहिए. कल मैंने एक फैकल्टी से ही पूछा, व्हाट्स योर विजन? शी कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन मी हर विजन. सो इफ अ फैकल्टी इज नॉट हैविंग अ विजन, हाउ कैन शी गिव विजन टू द चिल्ड्रन? You should know exactly where you see yourself after 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. आपके पास 25 years का प्लान आज की डेट में हाथ में होना चाहिए, और इस प्लान को आपने रिव्यू करना है, क्योंकि टाइम्स आर चेंजिंग वेरी फास्ट. जो चेंजेस हमारी कंट्री में हम एंटिसिपेट कर रहे थे 2030 तक आएंगे, वो पैंडेमिक ने 2020 में हमको लाके खड़े कर दिए हैं. आज की डेट में पहले वाईफाई कुछ एक घरों में होता था, आज हर घर में वाईफाई हो गया है, क्योंकि बच्चों की ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चल रही हैं, मम्मी पापा वर्क फ्रॉम होम ऑप्शन कर रहे हैं. Everybody has to have their own workstation. Everybody should have one corner in the house where there is just no disturbance. So times are now changing. And then we have also seen men changing. Maybe for a little time, where they are doing the mopping, where they are washing the utensils and they are posting their pictures on the social media. But it should not just be a gimmick. It's a reality which has been imposed on us. So when we talk of motivation, it is intrinsic and extrinsic. And in your inner motivation, you have to be self-motivated, self-driven. And if you have a clarity of your vision, there is nothing which can stop you.
Yes, ma'am. Janvi just replied that she wants to do research in marketing.
Research in marketing. So in that case, this is a project which is a very, very taxing project, because you have to be knowing the new trends and the work hours are long. You will also have to be in the field doing the surveys. So that's a very nice thing what she wishes to do, but then is she ready to spend the time and other people ready to be without her at home? That's the big question. You see, there's a difference. You have to understand the difference. एक है कि जानवी मार्केटिंग में रिसर्च करना चाहती है, तो ये जानवी का ड्रीम हो सकता है, ये जानवी की विश हो सकती है, ये जानवी की इच्छा हो सकती है. And if wishes were horses, everyone would have been flying very high. This is a bloody world, Janvi. Here people are evaluated with their actions. You must have a plan of action in hand. So before you pass out from your institute, you must have the name of 2-3 marketing agencies who are into extensive research, where you will be gate crashing or sending your CV and positioning yourself. But before you do that, you will have to have a heart-to-heart talk with your parents. Will they allow you for all this? Because it should not happen that once you've taken up something, then there are speed breakers coming from the family. And then you will also have to share your personal plans with them. Ki what kind of life you would like to have after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Because right things have to happen at the right time. You have to get married at the right time. You have to raise a family at the right time. So all these things must be there. And at any point, if I'm entering into my personal life decisions, it should not come as an obstruction for my professional goals. That care has to be taken. क्योंकि अगर professional goals इतनी पढ़ाई के बाद compromise हो जाते हैं, तो life में frustration बहुत रहता है, बहुत ज़्यादा frustration रहता है. तो वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन को अवॉइड करने के लिए हमको अपने कार्ड्स ओपन करने पड़ेंगे दूसरों के सामने.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And the last question is, which is asked by Michael. What reasons do we have to keep smiling or stay positive despite facing many challenges like the pandemic and also keeping in mind the future economic recession?
See, let me be very, very honest with you. We are talking of economic recession. Economic recession is for those who are outdated in their skills. There are new emerging skills which are coming up. So, Michael, I would like you to be extremely aware of the latest trends nationally and globally. पूरे जनता बोल रही है काम नहीं है, काम नहीं है. काम की कमी नहीं है, आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कौन सा काम कहाँ है और उसके लिए क्या स्किल्स की जरूरत है. पहली बात तो ये है. और चैलेंजेस अगर आ रहे हैं और अगर हम फिक्र करते रहेंगे, सो वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू कम आउट ऑफ दोस चैलेंजेस. अभी हमारा एकेडमिक सिस्टम का पूरा रीबूट हो रहा है, बिकॉज आज हमारा जो बच्चा एक नर्सरी क्लास में पढ़ रहा है, वो बड़ा होके क्या प्रोफेशन करेगा हमको पता ही नहीं है. तो हम जो उसको पढ़ा रहे हैं वो तो हम बिल्कुल गलत चीजें पढ़ा रहे हैं. नॉलेज के तो बहुत ज्यादा चेंजेस आने शुरू हो गए हैं. सो यू विल हैव टू नाउ सी दैट, यू सी, इफ यू आर हैप्पी फ्रॉम इनसाइड, योर फेस स्टार्ट्स ग्लोइंग and it shows in your personality. You don't have to wear a plastic smile to be able to tell the other person that I'm happy. It will get reflected from your body language, where there will be energy, your posture will be upright, your thought process will be upright, and there will be a natural glow on your face. और आपके अंदर एनर्जी इतनी रहेगी कि आप कोई भी काम कितने भी घंटे करोगे आप थकोगे नहीं. So you work for your inner self and it will reflect on your outer self.
So much, ma'am. That was from the question side. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful session and giving us positive approach towards life. And I'm sure that students have also taken away all those key points to be incorporated and implemented in their life.
Thank you so much, and extremely sorry for the
That's okay, ma'am. That
which
happens.
were taking place.
That
And
happens, ma'am.
maybe next time when we are doing it, you try doing it on WebEx or Zoom. That's better.
All right, ma'am. Surely we'll
Okay.
consider this.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye.
We sign off for the day. Thank you, students.
Thank you, students. Thank you for your support. Bye.